There's tank 3, one of our better tanks, a 90,000 gallon tank. Feeds one permanent resident, the Roberts family. Mr. Roberts used to be in charge of the water company before I came here. There's a shot of tank number 2 as seen from number 3. And some scenery from the top of tank number 3 that is also in need of a paint job. A screened overflow, which all tanks are supposed to have. Locked hatches to prevent unauthorized entry. The entry hatch if that tank ever needs to be gone into. A cheap valve feeding it. But all in all, a good tank. Now we have T-15s, tank number 4 and pump house number 3. We're written up because the tank number 4 is resting on railroad ties, as you can see right here, and they're afraid that that is not a good enough foundation. Feed for a water drop, if we ever need one out of the tank. Also a drain, another screened overflow. The only entryway to the tank, the pump is on the inside of the tank. Another cheap valve. There's the good valve that had to be put in after the fact to keep the water from running back down the hill after we pump, because the check valve that's in the system, which you'll see in a moment or so, is substandard material, as most of this stuff in here was substandard material on the inside of the pump house. And what you see there on the outside is another good valve that we shut everything off with. None of those valves are used anymore. It's a plumber's nightmare, valve on valve. Gilligan's twists and baling wires to hold it together. Our controls. More baling wire holding the pipe from sagging. Cheap check valve. Electrical system with mud all over the lids because the pump house was built in a flood plain. And here's the tank number 5, which is also in extremely bad shape. You can't fill it more than halfway before it leaks seriously out the seams. Here we have an example of where the roof is separating from the outer walls of the tank. It's rusted out completely, and there's big holes the size of quarters in places. The tank just needs replaced. Screened overflow, locked hatch. Cheap valve feeding it, substandard. Our entry hatch. Another drain valve equipped with a fire thread adapter for fire protection. Here's an example of what the tank looks like when it gets half full. This is the first signs of its leakage, and the pump is always shut off when this happens to conserve water and to keep the tank from further deteriorating.